What if Nazi Germany had won World War II? A question that might sound like fiction, something out of a novel or movie, but behind it lies a terrifying alternate reality that could have come true. If history had taken a different path, let us imagine it's 1941. Hitler doesn't rush to invade the Soviet Union. Instead, Germany focuses all its efforts on the Western Front. Operation Sea Lion, the invasion of Britain. The German Luftwaffe dominates the skies over London. The British government is forced to surrender. Meanwhile, Japan escalates its attacks across the Pacific, dragging the United States into a prolonged war. But instead of focusing on Europe, the U.S. military is stretched thin. War fatigue sets in. At the same time, Germany proceeds more strategically in the east. They capture Moscow, crush the Red Army, and force the Soviet Union to surrender. With that, the Third Reich expands from the Atlantic Ocean all the way to the Ural Mountains. Hitler realizes his dream, a vast Aryan empire controlling nearly all of continental Europe. So what does the world look like under Nazi rule? Europe is no longer a continent of independent nations, but a patchwork of puppet states, all subordinate to Berlin. Countries like France, Poland, the Netherlands, they don't exist as sovereign states anymore. Jews and other groups deemed non-Aryan are hunted down, imprisoned in massive concentration camps, or systematically exterminated. Genocide is no longer hidden, it becomes official government policy. In schools, children are taught to worship Hitler as a savior. Freedom of speech doesn't exist. Art, science, and media are tightly controlled, serving only Nazi propaganda. In Asia, Japan continues its expansion, dominating China, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific. Tensions rise between the two former allies, Germany and Japan, as they begin to clash over who should rule the world. A new kind of Cold War quietly emerges. And how do ordinary people live in this world? They live under absolute surveillance. Fear rules daily life. Obedience is everything. Any form of resistance, no matter how small, is crushed without mercy. Technology, unless it serves the regime's goals, is suppressed. There is no United Nations, no Universal Declaration of Human Rights, no civil rights movements, no Martin Luther King, no Mandela. The world is ruled by violence, racism, and authoritarianism. But could a regime like that truly last forever? History tells us no dictatorship lasts forever. Sooner or later, the people fight back. In the shadows, resistance movements grow in France, in Russia, and occupied nations across the world. Truth always finds a way to survive, and freedom, once it is longed for, always finds a way to return. Thankfully, that dark future never happened. In 1945, through the sacrifice of millions, the Nazis were defeated, their crimes exposed to the world. The United Nations was born. The world began a new chapter, difficult, imperfect, but moving toward justice and human rights. Asking what if Nazi Germany had won the war isn't just an intellectual exercise, it's a reminder that history is fragile, that freedom must be defended, that the horrors of the past must never be forgotten, so they are never repeated.